Well, morning. We're out today in Hertfordshire after Fallow Bucks in the rut. The last video went down well, so thanks very much for watching, and hopefully this one will go equally as well. It's obviously difficult with Fallow Bucks because weather is a big thing with the temperature. When it's cool, obviously they rut hard, but when the temperature rises, they just go quiet. This morning it's a little bit misty, a little bit foggy. And the temperature's risen a bit, so we haven't had much grunting yet. But fingers crossed, we'll drop into just a group or two with a few bucks in. Anyway, today's guest is Terry Behan. He's come along. He shoots a lot of fallow deer on his ground anyway, so it's nothing new to him. But it'd be interesting to talk to him about his sort of like his journey of hunting. I know his father was a gamekeeper. So yeah, just to learn a bit more about what he does at the B.A.S.C. and test his skills, bit of stalking, and yeah, with the fallow in the rut. So morning, Terry. This is a bit like a busman's holiday for you because you shoot a lot of fallow deer on your ground, don't you?
I do, yeah, but it's always nice to come out to someone else's ground and have a look around and enjoy the environment in which we spend many of our hours.
Yeah, definitely. You know? Yeah, we dragged you out early doors to get up here.
Indeed.
And
yeah.
But are the fallow bucks rutting hard with you, or they?
They have been.
Yeah.
They seem to have rut slightly early this
Yeah.
year, I think because of the temperature, as you've said earlier, and they seem to drift off quite quickly.
Yeah.
Temperatures changing.
Yeah, it changes all the time.
Every year it fluctuates,
Yeah.
and it's kind of being on your ball and being out there,
Yeah.
spending time on your ground,
Yeah.
as you'll know.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Right, so we come in and we've already seen 2 bucks actually and
Yeah.
a couple of groups of little does. So we'll head back through here, and if we see a fox today, shoot a fox on sight because keeper here obviously
Okay.
it's a game shoot.
Priority.
So, yeah, priority. So shoot that. Don't even think about it. Just get on the stick as long as it's safe shooting.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll try and get into a buck or two down here.
Okay.
Like I say, I think the rut's just tailing off now.
Yeah.
Does are in next week, so.
We're going to get to see some of your fantastic calling.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, no,
but it's
good.
not loud enough. You only got a buck at 150 metres. I need to get like a tube they use for the moose.
Yeah.
Or yeah, and then.
And unfortunately for us, it's quite a still day.
It is still,
Not
yeah.
too much wind.
Yeah.
If you had a bit of wind behind you, you might.
Drift it too.
Yeah.
Then the wind will be the wrong way. So, anyway,
Yeah.
right, let's go and see. Right. So basically, we crept up through this beech and chestnut wood, and I know roughly where there's a buck rutting. So we crept right in, perfect, 50, 80 metres, load of does, the white doe there. The buck's grunting over the back of the ridge. So, and the wind changed a little bit, so we're sort of like, yeah, wrong side. So we're basically going to try and cut down the wind. Everything now cutting back right-handed. So we'll try and get round the wind, get round the ridge, and come back on that ridge, and then hopefully the does will pull that buck to us. So yeah, exciting and a bit of action. So let's go. Right, Terry, pressure's on me.
Yeah. Not really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Only
it's
for your
not,
viewers, not
yeah,
so much me.
yeah. It's quite funny because when you're guiding and it's like trying to take somebody out, the pressure's on you all the time.
100%.
And I love being guided because I don't care.
Yeah, relax.
I'm just out there.
Well, for me, I'm enjoying looking at the beech trees, looking at chestnuts, you know, looking at the deer that we have seen.
Yeah.
So I get it. No different from putting on a game day.
Yeah, it is.
When you're
exactly.
delivering.
Yeah, exactly.
Or when I'm doing in my role, an
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
It's exactly the same as someone else's day and the pressure is on you.
Yeah, it's definitely like that, yeah. But we've seen a film, we've seen a
Yeah.
few does. You had that buck grunting just over that ridge line,
Yeah.
which was, I thought it was all buck, because that white doe saw us and then she started pushing back left.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of does which we crept into.
Yeah, we've seen plenty. We've seen many. Yeah, we've seen plenty. They've gone, but ultimately the buck that we want is not here yet.
He's not gone. He's not on his little stand. So
That's stalking.
what we do is we'll head up, back up round the top there. I know there's another stand at the top there, which a lot of these does gone to.
Okay.
We'll do that, get to that area. We'll creep into there, give it a bit of time on there, and then we'll head out back to where we originally started on them paddocks.
Yeah.
And we can normally shoot on those paddocks, but not at the moment because we didn't ring in and get permission. So
Yeah.
and also I wanted to like stalk the woodland a bit and
Yeah.
give you a bit of like
Insight to the ground.
yeah, and it's beautiful wood.
It is just what I said to you, this time of year,
Yeah.
leaves dropping, colours,
Yeah,
and it's a nice bit of ground, undulations.
yeah.
And you said this is a rutting stone?
Yeah, it's a good spot here. You can come over the top here, and even if the does tickle off, you got buck normally stood there going, you know, where are they going? And
Yeah,
then
yeah, gives you an opportunity.
Exactly, yeah. But no,
Not today.
all good.
Not today.
So your role. What is your role then in the because obviously you've
My role at B.A.S.C. currently
yeah
is I'm the director for East England.
director, eh?
I'm the director for East England. I'm the
yeah.
regional director of
Yeah.
East of England.
Yeah.
So the idea is I head up the Eastern team.
Yep.
Events, you know, opportunities, shows stuff
yeah.
like that. We do all of that stuff. A good team I've
Yeah.
got around me. I also, as you know, lead on the transition away from lead, the voluntary transition.
The lead thing. We could be here for hours talking about this.
It could be another video maybe another time. But ultimately,
Yeah.
I lead, and what I do is I do the research.
Yeah.
I also do all of the checking of the consultations for the UK REACH, which is the legislative side.
Yeah.
Not alone. Obviously, it goes to exec, it goes to council. We've got decisions, but I do a lot of the background stuff
Yeah.
on it.
And you shoot non-lead.
Yeah.
All the
so,
time?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time. So whether
With
it's
everything?
shotgun or
Yeah.
rifle, the only time I don't is on air gun.
Yeah.
Obviously, no need to with that stuff. But yeah, today, if we get the opportunity to pull the trigger, as it is,
Yeah.
I've got the Seiko blades, which are 120 grain copper,
In 6 point.
6.5 Creedmoor.
Creedmoor,
Yeah,
yeah.
cowboy hat, chaps. We'll have
Yeah.
stuff to go. That's all I've ever shot through this rifle.
Yeah.
Shot, I don't know, probably a couple hundred fallow with it and 50 or 60 muntjac.
Doing the job.
Yeah, 100%, no problem.
Well, bang to it because I've had the little bit of like help to develop it a little bit. So
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah, so, yeah. No, when Seiko first brought out the copper round the blade,
Yeah,
it was interesting actually because we got sent over the 308s,
yeah,
and they did a lot of development with the 308s,
Mhm.
and they got that right, and then they moved on to the other calibers.
yeah,
And obviously 6.5 was a big favourite at the time. I said,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
big. It's a calibre that was when I first started shooting. I got a lot of ribbing about being.
100%.
you
We
know,
do, yeah, that's why I made that joke about, you know.
But yeah, they've done a lot. The 6.5, I think they got right as well. They've gone on to the 243.
Which is a contentious subject.
It is. I'm not even going to go down that route. I've been using it, and I've been loading it myself.
Yeah.
Pushing it hot, loading it ourselves.
And how's it performing?
I love it.
Yeah.
I do actually. It's for me. It's saved the 243.
Yeah.
And that will only get better.
Obviously in a rifle, what the Seiko,
Seiko, yeah.
and
Yeah.
what's the barrel twist? Just
I'm not going to go down that route because the science baffles me because
Yeah.
the twist is different, and then you get the So we're not going down it.
yeah, no. But obviously for my role,
Yeah.
and this is where it comes in, is for many people that do use a 243.
Yeah.
In older rifles,
Yeah.
and they have a slower twist rate.
Yeah.
So the stabilisation with 243 can be an issue, and as part of my role is pushing back on the reclassification of small calibre
Yeah.
to include 243 as small calibre rather than large, which means potentially, if there are any restrictions going forwards, 243 would still be able to use lead. Whereas,
Okay, that's interesting actually.
yeah.
Right, let's get back on the subject then. Right, I tried to pull away from that.
Yeah,
but
no. So the idea,
Right, okay.
the idea being is, if there's any restrictions proposed for rifles,
Yeah,
we've always said that large calibers can make the transition quite easily. Many people, through demand, use large calibers.
yeah,
And the testing and research that we've done identified that 6.5mm and above
yeah,
actually stabilise very well. They've got the right muzzle energy to do the job.
yeah,
Whereas the smaller calibers, anything below that, so your 243 and below, they don't.
yeah.
So they struggle
Which
in
has been
certain
the
rifles.
been the big problem.
Indeed. And I know people are developing it, and some rounds in the testing stabilised,
Yeah.
but many didn't.
Yeah.
So obviously, as our role at BASC, we have to make sure that everybody can. There's over 60,000 people use 243 for
Oh,
stalking.
it's massive, isn't it? It's a massive calibre.
So it would be a big challenge
Yeah.
if that calibre was reclassified as large calibre rather than small.
Yeah.
So yes, that's where we're going with it. We're going to do more research, and
Yeah.
as that comes out, we'll update people.
And also the development of the bullet is going. You know, when it first came out, there was a massive hoo-ha about it.
Yeah.
And the money's gone into it, the
Yeah.
development's gone into it, and you know, the accuracy is phenomenal. The ballistic is getting there all the time because they're doing research, they're getting the feedback from the guys who are shooting a lot of deer, a lot of foxes, and just doing it through every calibre.
And I think that's the point, as you just said, and you make the point that the research is getting better and we're getting there.
Yeah.
So our point to UK Reach is we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So don't restrict us yet because we're not ready.
Yeah.
But we are making that transition.
We're
we're
doing
on the
our
right
bit.
roads. And as you say, I mean, rifles and ammunition is getting so good.
Yeah.
now. The
I
copper
mean-
stuff people used to hate.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, you look back at 30 years ago, you know, 100 grain 243 soft nose was the go-to round, and it, you know, it's one of my probably least favourite rounds ever been made.
Because we advance.
Yeah.
As an industry,
Yeah,
we've
exactly,
advanced.
yeah.
The binoculars that you've got are more advanced than we used to
Yeah,
have.
exactly, yeah.
You know, the sticks that we now all use are
Yeah.
different. And it's that. But the thing is, we don't want legislation before we're ready.
No, 100%.
And I think that's what we are for. We
Yeah.
know that in areas we're going to have to make the changes, but it needs to be right. So, yeah, so it's all interesting.
Interesting times. Right, we better go and see if we can test one of these bullets out.
Indeed, let's go.
Come on. Okay, when he comes back across, I'll stop him, okay? Whoop! Yep.
Yep.
What a mate.
Thank
What
you,
a
mate.
You've gone within that bracken. Perfect.
Lovely.
Good shot. Perfect little jump.
Oh, thank you.
Nice little. Well done. Good little heart shot. That is perfect. God, he was giving it some money.
Yeah.
He was actually. Do you know when he was grunting? He like run out a bit like me at horse, and he run out of voice.
Right, a voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like-
yeah. He had
he's
to have a
doing-
break, didn't he?
Yeah.
Stood there for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
walked around and had that sniff, and then come back. And it's at that moment you think, you know, is he going to be?
That was good. That was good. That was good fun. That white doe. It just goes to show the white ones are so much sharper because obviously they have to be.
He was on us straight away.
Yeah, she was on us straight away.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Knew where he was.
Good crawl. Right, let's go find him, mate. Well done.
Lovely.
Good
Well
stuff.
done. I'll just walk around.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Empty rifle.
Brilliant job. Thanks, Toast. Stick it over there and we'll have a little look at him. This is the boy. Just going to pull him over the top here. There's your shot.
Yeah.
That the other one's the exit. Cool, he's a stinky boy.
Perfect. In the rut.
Look at the size of that neck. Whoa. Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate.
No, it was
Appreciate
good.
that.
That was what for me, that was a textbook.
Yeah.
Rutting fallow buck.
Oh, definitely.
He was going for it, wasn't he? He
Yeah.
got a massive stander. That stand is like biggest stand I've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
There you go, Terry.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Absolutely
mate.
lovely.
Hey, look at
Look at
that. Well done, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Well
mate.
shot, mate.
Thank you
Well
very
shot.
much.
No,
Yeah,
sincerely
yeah.
well shot.
No, the old copper work, didn't it?
Yes. I believe in copper, don't get me wrong. I've shot it a lot with, on these guys, obviously the Chinese a lot, and on the muntjac.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a...
Yeah, no, I know it works. I'm
Yeah.
only joking. I mean, what a stalk, Paul.
Good morning, wasn't it, eh? Got to admit, that was, for me, textbook fallow buck in the rut.
Yeah.
And, you know, we see him do his work, but we had, you know, bucks first thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of bucks first thing,
Yeah.
and then plenty of does.
Yeah.
No buck.
No buck.
And then we've come into this kind of harem here, and he was doing the work.
He
wasn't
was. He was really rounding them up, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, and making a lot of noise.
And that old white doe, she was on us.
Straight away. She was switched on.
Yeah.
The second that we come into the top end of this woodland, she knew we was there. Which means that you had me laying down in the...
Well, that's what I was about to say. And to be fair, with the calibers and the accuracy we do nowadays, we could have shot him where we first spotted him.
That's not stalking.
No, I wanted to get in.
Yeah,
I want to get
100%.
footage for CJ and for the film.
Yeah.
But also, when you crawl in and get in close to these animals, you can see them doing what they do. And
In a
it's-
natural environment.
And you learn a lot from it.
You do, and there's that challenge there, and I think that's what makes it really enjoyable. The adrenaline, you can
Yeah.
feel the adrenaline.
Oh, yeah,
the
the build,
opportunity.
the build,
Yeah,
the build.
and potentially we saw them drift from, I don't know, what was that, 50 metres away,
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah.
maybe more, to where we took the
Yeah.
like shot him.
So with your role in BASC,
Yeah.
you get involved with the deer as well?
Yeah, so we do introduction to deer days. We've got a deer management team.
Yep.
So we've got species teams across all species
Yep.
in BASC, but then everything that goes on in the region all sits under my range. So
Right.
that's from Lincolnshire right down to Essex.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do introduction to deer days, we do simulated
Training days.
stalking,
Yeah, yeah.
training
Yeah.
days. We've got an Eastern deer scheme where
Yep.
people can come and train and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's across the board. So we have very specialist people in BASC, and then we kind of have jack of all trades, and they prop us up and make us look good by filling us with the information that we need
Yeah.
to a kind of radar. But equally, many of the regional people are, for instance, deer managers in their own right, or
yeah.
gamekeepers in their own right, or wild fellas, and they all do different. We've all got their own passions, which is why we all want to work for BASC initially.
We were chatting earlier on, and I didn't realise, I knew there was a few, but actually there's quite a few ex-gamekeepers that actually work for BASC.
Yeah. So some of you and many of your viewers, I'm sure, would know, like Curtis Mossop,
Yeah.
who was a senior lecturer for Newton Rigg, who was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gamekeeper and a gamekeeper.
Yeah. A young guy that's working for you now, he's
Yeah, Ryan Darby, so
Yeah.
he used to be underkeeper at Houghton Hall.
Yeah.
You got Martin Edwards, who was a lecturer at Sparsholt.
Yeah, yeah.
who's trained us with
He
you.
actually taught me at Sparsholt.
There you go. So
Yeah.
we've got all these kind of good qualified gamekeepers. There's probably just shy of, I would imagine, 25
Really? Oh, right.
keepers.
Wow.
Ex-keepers that work. We've got a
Yeah.
game and gun dog pump. We've got Glyn Evans, who used to work
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Central.
cool.
And so we
Yeah.
know we've got lots and
Yeah.
lots.
Which is,
of-
I think, personally for me,
Hmm.
coming from my background, it's important that people that are doing your job can understand both sides of the argument, basically, which is important when
Well,
putting
I mean,
a case
as
forward.
you know, I come from a gamekeeping
Yeah.
family. My dad, ex-gamekeeper.
Yeah.
My son, underkeeper,
Yeah.
gamekeeper. I kind of went off on a stray trying to chase pound notes into the city
Yeah,
and
yeah.
work in that way.
But then
always had a shoot in the background.
Yeah, yeah,
We've always
of
had a
course,
family shoot
yeah.
and stuff. So, yeah, and the epiphany of when Vinny, my son, was going to leave school
Yeah.
was go off that old cliche and do something you love and the money will come.
Yeah.
And I generally looked in the mirror and thought, why am I doing that?
Yeah, yeah.
So I saw an opportunity where I could use my skill set from working in, you know, corporate environment,
Yeah.
in the shooting industry, and BASC seemed the right place for me to try to work for, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. So.
Yeah, now you're doing it, and we're in a good region.
Well, yeah, we try our best, you
Yeah.
know, we engage, we do events, we've just done one with you
Yeah.
obviously recently, and getting new people into shooting, educational days, big thing, getting youngsters.
People, I find it, you know, when I go out and I have to do a talk, I end up, you know, even whether it's with the martial arts or something, people are very interested in what we do, and they're very interested to learn. And once you educate them, there's no longer the death and the killing side of it goes. It's more turns into you're doing a job of management and you've got an end product of meat. And it's once you get that through, I think.
I
it's
always
easy.
say if you're given the ear of someone with an open mind, what we do is a very easy sell because there's so many benefits.
Yeah.
You know, this old buck will go and be meat.
And give you sausages and burgers.
Well, a bit, you know.
Might be a bit tainted,
yeah. But you know, but that's the truth. That's his end place. And there's other bucks that we've seen that will be coming through.
Yeah.
And this woodland will be better for it. And you know, and so we understand why we do what we do.
Yeah. So.
The interesting point, and I always say, is there's lots of people in urban areas that don't understand what we do, and that's why we have to go and educate them.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that have never seen a sheep. I've listened to a podcast the other day, and people get really excited when they've never seen a sheep, and to consider saying that then we're going to see a deer and we're going to shoot it is incomprehensible to many. So going, and we do go into schools, colleges, universities, and that kind of stuff, and try to educate them, as well as at the shows. So we don't just do what would be really hardcore game fairs, where we talk to the people like us. We also do like county shows, and we draw people
country
in.
So
we draw people in by doing activities that the kids would like and the parents would like that are actually not really shooting related, but could be. And then once they're in, that's your opportunity to seize the moment and tell them about all the good work that the shooting community does. Yeah. So yeah, it's really good, and I mean, obviously love it. Yeah. Get to come out and. You know, this ain't a work day for us at all.
This is work for me, remember?
It's work for you, but I'm not at work, let's be clear. But
right, we've got some work coming up now. We've got to drag this boy out. So, right, ready for it?
Ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Come on. Go on in. Go on in.
Oh, you want me to do it? What way are we going?
Oh, God, this is my bad arm. Straight through
Oh,
that.
do you want to swap?
No, that's all right. Bit more. Keep going.
Lovely. Take the rifle, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I'll let you do it then if you want.
No, you're desperate to do it.
No. What I'm saying is we'll
no.
talk through it. Well, my saw's in the car now.
I got one here, that'll do.
Little baby.
Oh, go and get your kit out. Go on. You record this as well.
Good.
Go on, go and get all your tools.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have it done by now if it's waiting for you. Come on,
do
hurry
them
up.
Chinese. Them
Chop,
little
chop.
ones. The box of tricks, as I call it. Go on, bet first. What first? What you can say?
Heavy.
64.
65 then.
Got to get your hand off it, Paul.
65 on the dot. 50.
Oh, we are.
Just over 50.
Just over 50.
Dressed. Wet weight. Ooh, Ed. Lovely job.
50k.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Lovely job. Well, Terry, that was I think it was quite a successful morning, wasn't it?
An excellent morning, mate. Really enjoyed it. Genuinely, really enjoyed it. I know you mentioned earlier on, I shoot a few fallow of my own.
Yeah.
But it's, as I said, always nice to go out and with that rutting and watching that big old boy, you know, groan and grunt. And really, really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was the pressure on, trying to get the perfect scenario with a buck rutting, and obviously for camera as well. So you know, it's just. And it builds and it builds and it makes it a fantastic experience, and that's what a lot of stalking's about. It's the experience of doing it.
I agree. Yeah. You know you're doing good. You got the benefits behind it, which we all know. But equally, you must enjoy what you do. I mean, why else would you get up at like 3:30 in the morning and drive halfway across country?
Yeah, that's very true, actually. Yeah. So, like you, come from a gamekeeping background. Your father was a gamekeeper, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah. So my dad was a gamekeeper many moons ago. Probably 30 years ago now, out in Essex in Chelmsford.
Yep.
I grew up doing all the things that we do as gamekeepers' sons and stuff like that, you know, foxing, rabbiting, ferreting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed it, yeah.
And the rest of the family, they I know Vinny is obviously gamekeeping.
Yeah, so Vinny's doing his apprenticeship, always wanted to follow in his granddad's footsteps, you know,
Yeah.
literally from a young lad, had his shotgun certificate when he was 8 and has just pushed through and constant, and currently doing an apprenticeship, as I say, really good. My daughter has come shooting. She doesn't really want to go out shooting much, maybe the early mornings or the late nights, I'm not sure, but she loves dressing game and she loves cooking. So,
Loves eating it as well?
Oh yeah. All the family eat, of course, and one of the things that people don't know is that my mum actually, when we talk about women in shooting, and we all pushing women in shooting, of course, I know you do a lot.
Yeah.
My mum was shooting years ago. She's always shot black powder. She used to shoot 1,000 metres. She shot for England against France.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are a history of shooting, kind of grassroots, as they call it, shooters through and through. Anything that we can catch and shoot and eat legally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
Yeah, brilliant. So, Terry, rifles or shotguns? What's your preference?
Both. I enjoy both, and they're both tools for a different job. I really like driven stuff. So if it's the movement, the calculation stuff, you know, so rabbits or running boar, for instance, is what I like. And obviously they're all tools for a job, so I don't really have a preference.
So if your last sport you could do, last shotgun or rifle sport you could do, which would you choose?
It would be a shotgun. It would be walked up shooting, so rough shooting as we call it.
Yeah.
It would probably be rabbits, bolting rabbits, over my Springer Spaniel, because that's what I kind of grew up doing.
Yeah.
It takes me back to my youth, and you always have a love from where you come from.
Yeah, definitely. And I enjoy it as well. And I think it's such a reward to you earn it, and I always like to pick up what I've shot and look at it as well.
Indeed, yeah.
You know, especially with the colours of the pheasants or whatever, just it, and where you've shot it, how you've done it, and yeah, it is rewarding.
And take him home for the pot.
Yes, definitely. Right, and Terry, quick fire round. Are you ready? You prepared?
Yep, here we go.
Right, okay. Favourite boot?
Mindle.
Oh, good choice. Favourite rifle?
A Seiko, Finlight 2.
Favourite shotgun?
Krieghoff Katie Parkours.
Ooh, nice. Favourite ammo?
For a shotgun or a rifle?
Rifle first.
Seiko Blade, non-lead, as used this morning. You see, very effective.
And the shotgun?
For me, currently, I use a non-lead 32 gram 4 in steel. Very good.
Favourite game meat?
Ooh, interesting. Favourite game meat? I like partridge. I think it's very versatile.
Cooked by yourself?
Always, yeah. We cook all the game. Butchered, cooked, everything we shoot, yeah.
Favourite clothing?
Fortis, very good. Used to wear other brands, but I found these reasonably priced and very effective.
And favourite game bird to hunt?
To hunt, I would say pheasant.
Really?
Hmm.
Good choice. And favourite deer to stalk?
Roe.
Right. Buck or doe?
Bucks.
What venison do you eat?
All venison.
Favourite?
Seeker.
And what is your favourite colour?
Blue.
Oh, it'd be green.
To be fair, I wear a lot of green.
Brilliant job. Anyway, mate, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, mate. And
Thank you.
yeah, hope you like the show, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon.